Listen to me. You were not born by accident. You were not placed on this earth just to exist, pay bills, and die. There is something inside of you, something so powerful, so unique, so necessary that the world needs. But too many people walk around every single day like their life matters, like they're just another person taking up space. And that's the biggest lie you could ever believe. See, before you even took your first breath, there was a purpose inside of you. You weren't just thrown into this world randomly. No, you were designed for something. But the problem is, too many of us go through life never discovering that purpose. We let distractions, opinions, and fears pull us away from what we were meant to do. We waste our time chasing things that don't fulfill us, things that don't align with the mission we were given. And then we wonder why we feel empty. Let me tell you something. If you don't know why you're here, if you don't wake up every single morning with a fire in your heart, then you're not living, you're just existing. And that's not why you were put here. You were put here just to survive. You were put here to make an impact, to change lives, to build something greater than yourself. And if you don't figure out what that is, if you don't tap into that purpose, then you are wasting the most precious thing you have in your life. You got to stop playing small. Stop acting like you're just one person, like your actions don't matter. Every great movement in history started with one person who believed in something bigger than themselves. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every revolution has started because one person refused to settle. That's the kind of fire you need inside of you. That's the kind of drive that makes people change the world. But here's the thing, you will never find your purpose if you don't look for it. If you spend all your time watching TV, scrolling on your phone, hanging around people who have no vision, you will never tap into the thing that makes you come alive. And that's what too many people do. They waste years, going through the motions, never question why they're here, never pushing themselves to become something greater. And then one day they wake up full of regret, full of what if is. What if I had tried harder? What if I had taken that risk? What if I had believed in myself when no one else did? But by then it's too late. I refuse to let that be you. I refuse to let you sit here and waste the incredible potential that is inside of you. I refuse to let you settle for an average life when you were designed for something extraordinary. So here's what you need to do. First, you need to decide that your life has value, that no matter what you've been through, no matter what mistakes you've made, you are still here for a reason. Your past does not define you. Your failures do not define you. The only thing that matters is what you choose to do with the time you have left. Second, you need to start searching. You need to start asking yourself the right questions. What sets your soul on fire? What could you do for hours and never get tired? What makes you feel alive? Because that's where your purpose is hiding. It's in the things that excite you, the things that challenge you, the things that make you forget about everything else because you are so locked in. And third, you need to act. Because knowing your purpose means nothing if you don't do something about it. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for all the pieces to come together. Let me tell you something, the perfect moment does not exist. You have to move. You have to take the first step, even when you're scared, even when you're uncertain. Purpose is not about waiting, it's about building. It's about waking up every day and deciding that you are going to get closer to what you were created to do. Some of you are sitting on talents, on dreams, on ideas that could change the world, but you're too scared to step out. You're too worried about what people will say. You're too caught up in the fear of failure. But let me ask you something, what's worse? Trying and failing. Or never trying and living the rest of your life. Wonder what could have been. The clock is ticking. Every single second that passes is a second you will never get back. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to sit around hoping things will change. You have to make them change. You have to be intentional. You have to wake up every morning with a sense of urgency, knowing that your purpose is bigger than you, that your life is not just about you, but about the impact you were born to make. And when you tap into that, when you finally align yourself with what you were created to do, everything changes. You wake up with energy. You move differently. You talk differently. You attract opportunities because you are walking in your destiny. And that's what I want for you. I want you to live, not just exist. I want you to wake up every day knowing that your life matters, that what you do matters, that the world is waiting for you to step up and be the person you were born to be. So no more wasting time. No more waiting for permission. No more settling for less than what you were created for. Get up. Go after it. Find your purpose and never waste your life. Listen to me. The most valuable thing you have in this life is not money, not cars, not status, it's time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And too many people live like they've got all the time in the world, like they can waste days, months, years just throwing time away like it doesn't matter. But let me tell you something, if you don't respect time, time will not respect you. Every single day you wake up with a limited amount of time in your hands and you've got a choice. You can either invest it or you can waste it. And the difference between successful people and everybody else, they don't waste a second. They understand that every moment they have is an opportunity to get better, to grow, to build, to make an impact. They don't sit around complaining about what they don't have. They use what they do have. But some of y'all don't see it that way. Some of y'all wake up every morning like you've been promised another 50 years, like you can just push your dreams off to someday. You say, I'll do it next week. I'll start next month. I'll get serious next year. And then boom, 5 years have passed and you're still in the same place. 10 years have passed and nothing has changed. You look back and realize you let time slip through your fingers. Let me tell you the truth. Wasted time is worse than wasted money. You can lose money and make it back, but you can never make back time. And that's why you've got to wake up every single day with urgency, with hunger, with a mindset that says, I refuse to waste a second. How much time have you already wasted? Be real with yourself. How many hours, how many days, how many years have you spent making excuses? Say, I'm not ready yet. I don't feel like it. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. You don't have time to waste. If you're breathing, if you're here, then you still got work to do. Some of why all are waiting for motivation. You think that one day you're just going to wake up and feel like doing the hard work, like chasing your dreams, like putting in the effort. Let me tell you something, that day is never coming. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They understand that whether they feel like it or not, the clock is ticking and they have to move. You want to be great? You want to be successful? You want to live a life that means something? Then stop playing games with your time. Cut out the distractions. Some of y'all spend more time watching TV, scrolling on social media, or sitting around talking about nothing than actually working on your dreams. You're giving your time away to things that don't serve you, to things that don't move you forward, to people who are just wasting their own time and dragging you down with them. You say you want success, but what are you doing with your time? You say you want to build something great, but are you putting in the hours? Are you focused? Are you disciplined? Because let me tell you something, every minute you waste, there's somebody else out there working. Every moment you're sitting back, comfortable, relaxed, somebody else is grinding. Somebody else is up at 4 a.m. putting in the work. Somebody else is sacrificing, pushing, going after it. And when the time comes, when the opportunity presents itself, guess who's going to win? Not the one who wasted time, the one who invested it. So stop saying you don't have time. That's a lie. You have the same 24 hours as everybody else. The difference is how you use it. You've got to take control of your time, because if you don't, the world will. If you don't set your priorities, life will set them for you. And before you know it, years will pass and you'll look back realizing you never lived up to your full potential, not because you couldn't, but because you didn't. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses, keep wasting days, keep pushing your dreams further and further into the future? Or are you going to wake up and take control of your life? Are you going to decide right now that you are done wasting time, that you are done living small, that you are done letting distractions pull you away from your purpose? Because here's the truth, if you don't take your time seriously, no one else will. If you don't respect your time, the world will eat it up. People will drain it. Distractions will steal it. Fear will paralyze it. And one day you'll wake up wondering where it all went. You want more in life? Then start acting like your time is worth something. Start acting like every second matters. Wake up in the morning and set the tone. Wake up and get focused. Wake up and put in the work. Because when you respect time, when you value it, when you use it wisely, life will start opening doors you never even knew existed. So stop wasting time. Stop waiting for someday. Stop acting like you've got forever. You don't. The clock is ticking. The world is waiting. Get up, get moving, and never waste another second of your life. Listen to me. The people you surround yourself with will either push you forward or pull you back. Period. You can have the biggest dreams, the greatest vision, the strongest work ethic, but if you're constantly around people who don't believe in you, people who don't challenge you, people who don't want more for themselves, then guess what? You're not going anywhere. Some of you are stuck. Not because you're not talented, not because you don't have what it takes, but because you're surrounded by the wrong people. People who drain your energy. People who laugh at your dreams. People who tell you to be realistic. And instead of cutting them off, You keep them close because you're comfortable, because you've known them for years, because you don't want to be alone. But let me tell you something, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to go to the next level, if you want to become the person you were born to be, you have to be willing to let go of the people who are holding you back. You can't fly if you're surrounded by people who are scared of heights. You can't chase greatness if the people around you are comfortable with average. And I get it, cutting people off isn't easy, but neither is living a life full of regret. Neither is waking up 10 years from now realizing you let the wrong people talk you out of your destiny. Some of why all are spending time with people who are robbing you of your future. They're not encouraging you. They're not challenging you. They're not inspiring you to be better. They're just there taking up space, distracting you, keeping you at the same level. And the crazy part, some of why I already know it. You feel it. You know deep down that certain people in your life aren't helping you grow, but you keep holding on out of fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of what they'll say. Fear of stepping into the unknown. But listen to me, your future is too important to be held hostage by the wrong crowd. You can't afford to waste another second around people who don't push you to be better. You need people who see your potential, who call you out when you're slacking, who won't let you settle for anything less than your best. You need people who have vision, people who are going somewhere, people who make you level up just by being around them. Ask yourself who are you spending the most time with? Who do you talk to every day? Who do you allow to pour into your mind, into your spirit? Because whether you realize it or not, those people are shaping your future. If you're constantly around negative, lazy, uninspired people, you will become negative, lazy, and uninspired. If you're around people who complain all the time, who make excuses, who blame everybody else for their problems, guess what? That mindset is going to rub off on you. You think you're strong enough to resist it? You're not. Nobody is. You can't swim in toxic water and not get sick. And the longer you stay in that environment, the more you start to settle, the more you start to accept mediocrity, the more your dreams start to fade. I need you to do a serious evaluation of your circle. I need you to look at the people in our life and ask yourself one simple question: are they helping me grow, or are they keeping me stuck? Are they challenging me, or are they holding me back? Do they push me toward my goals, or do they distract me from them? And if the answer isn't clear, you already know the answer. Some of why all need to start making cuts. Some of why all need to stop answering certain phone calls. Stop showing up to places where you know nothing good is happening. Stop letting people who have no ambition speak into your life. It's not about being mean. It's not about thinking you're better than anybody. It's about protecting your future. It's about making sure that the people around you are pushing you toward the life you were created for. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you need to be around perfect people. I'm not saying you need to cut off everyone who isn't successful yet. No. But you do need to be around people who have drive, people who have hunger, people who are willing to work for something greater. Because when you're around that kind of energy, it forces you to step up. It makes you want to be better. It challenges you to go harder. Find mentors. Find people who are already doing what you want to do and learn from them. Stop hanging around people who make you feel comfortable and start surrounding yourself with people who make you feel challenged. You don't grow in comfort, you grow in discomfort. You grow when you're around people who make you stretch, who make you think bigger, who make you work harder. So let me ask you, who do you need to let go of? What relationships are draining you instead of fueling you? What conversations are keeping you distracted instead of focused? What circles are keeping you small when you were meant to be great? Because I promise you this, your environment will make you or it will break you. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're surrounded by the wrong people, you will never reach your full potential. So make the decision. Choose your circle wisely. Get around people who are going somewhere. Get around people who make you better. Because your destiny is too big to be weighed down by the wrong crowd. It's time to level up. It's time to make changes. It's time to surround yourself with people who push you toward greatness and never settle for less. Let me ask you something. What are you so afraid of? What's stopping you from going after what you want? Because I already know the answer. It's failure. It's the fear of messing up, the fear of looking stupid, the fear of giving everything you got and still coming up short. And that fear is the reason so many people never even try. That fear is the reason so many dreams die before they ever get a chance to live. But listen to me, for failure is not the end. Failure is not a sign that you're not good enough. Failure is part of the process. You don't become great without failure. You don't become successful without mistakes. There is nobody on this planet who has accomplished anything meaningful without falling flat on their face at some point. The difference is the great ones, they don't stay down. They don't quit. They don't let failure define them. They use it, they learn from it, they grow because of it. But some of you, the moment things get hard, the moment you face resistance, you stop. You retreat. You tell yourself, maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I should just settle. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you haven't made the progress you know you're capable of. Not because you don't have what it takes, but because every time you fall, you let it break you instead of build you. And let me tell you something. If you are afraid to fail, you are afraid to succeed. If you are afraid of the struggle, you will never taste victory. You want to be great. You want to do something with your life, then you better start embracing failure. You better start seeing every setback, every mistake, every loss as part of the training ground. Because that's what it is. Every time you fail, you are getting better. Every time you fail, you are learning something new. Every time you fail, you are one step closer to winning. But you have to change the way you see it. You have to stop treating failure like it's the enemy. Failure is your teacher. Failure is your coach. Failure is the thing that is molding you, shaping you, preparing you for the success that's coming. If you never fail, you never grow. If you never fail, you never get stronger. You stay the same. And staying the same is the fastest way to waste your life. Think about the people you look up to. The people who inspire you, the ones who have made history, who have left a mark on this world. You think their journey was easy? You think they never had moments of doubt? You think they never failed? Some of the greatest minds, the greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, they failed more times than you can count. But they didn't quit. They didn't let failure stop them. They took those lessons, they adjusted, they kept going, and that's why they won. But what about you? What happens when you fail? Do you get back up? Do you fight for what you want? Or do you let it break you? Do you let it convince you that you're not good enough? That you should just give up? Because if that's your mindset, you will never go anywhere. You will stay stuck. You'll live your life full of regret, full of what ifs, full of stories about what could have been if only you had tried a little harder, if only you had kept pushing, if only you had believed in yourself when nobody else did. And that's the real problem, isn't it? It's not just failure. It makes what failure does to you. It makes you question yourself. It makes you doubt your worth. It makes you wonder if you're even capable of achieving what you set out to do. But I need you to hear me. You are not your failures. Your mistakes do not define you. The only thing that defines you is what you do after you fail. So stop being scared. Stop tiptoeing through life, afraid to take a risk, afraid to step outside your comfort zone, afraid to chase your dreams because you might fail. You will fail. That's guaranteed. But what's also guaranteed is that if you keep going, if you refuse to quit, if you keep learning, keep adjusting, keep pushing, you will succeed. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen on your timeline. But if you keep showing up, if you keep putting in the work, one day you're going to wake up and realize you became everything you were meant to be. And let me tell you, when that moment comes, when you look back at all the times you wanted to quit but didn't, when you see how every failure, every setback, every disappointment built you instead of breaking you, you're going to be grateful that you didn't give up. You're going to be proud of yourself for sticking with it because you'll realize that failure wasn't the thing that stopped you. It was the thing that made you. So stop letting failure scare you. Stop letting mistakes define you. Stop playing it safe because you're afraid of falling. You were not put on this earth to be average. You were not given this life just to exist in the background. You have something inside of you, something the world needs. But if you let failure stop you, if you let fear paralyze you, nobody will ever see it. Nobody will ever know what you were capable of. So make the decision today, make the decision that no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fail, you will keep going. You will keep fighting. You will keep believing in yourself even when nobody else does. Because at the end of the day, failure is not the real enemy. quitting is. So don't quit, don't back down, don't let failure steal your future. Get up, get stronger, and keep moving forward. Listen to me, your excuses are killing your dreams. Every single time you say, I can't, it's too hard, I don't have enough time, you are putting another nail in the coffin of your potential. And the worst part, some of y'all actually believe your excuses. You've convinced yourself that your situation is different, that your struggles are special, that the reason you're not where you want to be is because of something outside your control. But let me tell you the truth. Your excuses are lies. You say you don't have time? It's a lie. You have the same 24 hours as everybody else. The difference is how you use them. You say you don't have resources? That's a lie. You have something you can start with right now. You say you don't have opportunities, another lie. Opportunities don't just show up. You create them by showing up, by putting in the work, by refusing to quit. Some of y'all have gotten so comfortable in your excuses that you've stopped even trying. You don't even fight for your dreams anymore because you've convinced yourself it's impossible. But let me ask you something. How do you know? How do you know it's impossible if you've never actually given it everything you've got? How do you know you can't do it when you've never truly committed? The truth is, it's not that you can't. Because success doesn't care about your excuses. Success doesn't care if you're tired, if you're uncomfortable, if things aren't going your way. Success only comes to those who refuse to let their circumstances define them. But some of you, the moment things get hard, you start looking for a way out. The moment things don't go as planned, you start justifying why it's okay to quit. You tell yourself, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I'm not meant to be successful. Maybe I should just accept where I am. No. That's the excuse talking. That's the lie you've been feeding yourself because quitting is easier than fighting. But you weren't built to take the easy way out. You weren't designed to settle. You have something inside of you that's greater than any excuse you can come up with. You have something inside of you that is bigger than your circumstances. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't do it. So let me ask you, what's your excuse? What's the reason you're not waking up earlier? What's the reason you're not putting in the extra hours? What's the reason you're not pushing yourself every single day to be better? Is it because you're tired? Everybody's tired. Is it because you're struggling? Everybody struggles. Is it because things aren't happening fast enough? Nothing great happens overnight, but the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't is simple. The ones who make it refuse to give in to their excuses. They refuse to let their emotions dictate their actions. They refuse to let obstacles become permanent roadblocks. They understand that success is a daily decision, a daily commitment, a daily fight. And some of y'all are sitting around waiting for the perfect conditions, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for motivation to strike before you start moving. Let me tell you something. Waiting is an excuse. There's no perfect time. There is no perfect moment. You either start now or you waste more time making excuses about why you can't. You're either going to find a way or you're going to find an excuse. But you cannot have both. You cannot talk about wanting success while acting like a victim. You cannot talk about your dreams while making choices that keep you stuck. You cannot talk about winning while living like you've already lost. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses? Are you going to keep justifying why you're not where you want to be? Or are you going to change? Are you going to take control of your life? Are you going to stop waiting, stop doubting, stop settling, and start moving? Because at the end of the day, your excuses will not save you. They will not take care of you. They will not bring you success. All they will do is keep you exactly where you are. Stuck, frustrated, wasting your life while telling yourself the same tired story about why you can't be great. But you can be great. You can win. You can build the life you want. But it starts with making a decision to stop making excuses and start making moves, a decision to stop blaming your circumstances and start owning your actions, a decision to stop waiting for the perfect time and start using the time you already have. Because the truth is, your success is your responsibility. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you the life you want. It's on you, your mindset, your work ethic, your decisions. And the moment you take full responsibility for your life, the moment you stop making excuses, that's the moment everything starts to change. So no more excuses. No more complaining. No more waiting. Get up, get focused, get disciplined, and take what's yours. You don't have forever. You don't get unlimited chances. You don't have time to waste. And yet some of y'all are living like you got all the time in the world. Like you can keep putting things off, like you can keep playing around with your life. But let me tell you something. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Every second you waste, you don't get back. Every day you let slip by, you don't get a do-overs. And one day you're going to wake up, look back, and realize you ran out of time to become the person you were supposed to be. Some of you keep saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'll chase my dreams when the time is right. But tomorrow is not promised. Next week is not guaranteed. And the right time, that doesn't exist. The only time you have is right now. And what you do with this moment will determine the kind of life you live. How many dreams have you let die because you kept waiting? How many opportunities have passed you by because you kept saying, not yet? How much time have you wasted on distractions, on excuses, on people and things that don't add any value to your life? And the crazy part, you know you're wasting time. You feel it, but you keep telling yourself that you got time to fix it. Let me be real with you. You don't. You don't have forever to get serious. You don't have forever to make your mark. You don't have forever to become the person you were born to be. And the longer you delay, the harder it gets. The more you put things off, the more you get stuck in the cycle of mediocrity. Because time doesn't stop just because you're not ready. Time keeps moving. And if you don't move with it, you get left behind. You've already wasted enough time. Enough days scrolling through your phone. Enough nights staying up late doing nothing that matters. Enough mornings hitting snooze instead of getting up and attacking the day. Enough years saying, I'll start soon, but never actually starting. How much longer are you going to wait? How many more years are you going to throw away? Most dangerous thing you can do is believe you have more time than you actually do. Because one day it's going to run out. And when that day comes, when you're old, when you don't have the energy, when your body doesn't move the way it used to, when you realize you can't do what you once could, you're going to wish you had started now. And listen. I get it. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to think you can afford to wait. It's easy to tell yourself that you've got years to figure things out. But you don't know how much time you really have. You don't know what's coming tomorrow. You don't know if you'll ever get another shot at this. Some of you need to stop playing with your life. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for someone to come and push you. Push yourself. Get up, move, take action. Because every single day you sit still, you're falling further behind. And here's the truth. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. There is no standing still. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And some of you have been stuck in the same place for years because you convinced yourself that you've got time. But think about it. If you had started 5 years ago, where would you be right now? If you had taken action a year ago, how much further would you be? If you had just committed to your goals instead of making excuses, how different would your life look? You don't want to live with that regret. You don't want to reach the end of your life and realize you wasted it. That you had the potential, but you never used it. You had the chance, but you never took it. That you could have been so much more, but you chose comfort over purpose. And let me tell you something. Comfort is dangerous. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Comfort is where potential rots. And some of you are too comfortable, too distracted, too lazy to recognize that you are running out of time. You need to wake up. You need to move with urgency. You need to live like your days are numbered, because they are. You don't have time to waste on drama. You don't have time to waste on distractions. You don't have time to waste on people who don't add value to your life. Every single day, you need to wake up hungry. Every single day, you need to remind yourself that this life is not a game, that your future depends on what you do right now. That the only way you get to live the life you want is if you stop waiting and start working. And here's the thing. Once time is gone, you can't get it back. You can make more money. You can find new opportunities, but you cannot create more time. So if you waste today, if you waste this week, if you waste this year, that's time you will never see again. So stop taking time for granted. Stop thinking you have forever. You don't. This is your moment. This is your shot. This is your chance to become everything you were meant to be. But you have to move. You have to stop waiting. You have to stop wasting time and start treating your life like it matters. Because one day you're going to wish you had started sooner. Don't let that day be today. Don't let that day be ever. Get up and go after it.